Welcome back to
Shifted Views,
where we talk and discuss it all. With no judgment, just shifted views. My name is JR, I'm your host, and I'm here with
Jacob,
Fonzo,
Snoop, Good.
Mark, Michael.
Evie,
Tia, Shy.
Today's hot topic, honest opinion. I will be asking a series of questions, then y'all just gonna give me your honest opinion about it.
Okay.
First question, honest opinion about an ex that comes back. Let the ladies go first. If you have a man and an ex comes back into his life, how y'all feel about that?
His life.
Yeah, into his life.
Oh, so they coming back.
Yeah, the ex comes back into right.
okay, gotta put that way.
How you feel about it?
Oh, I don't know, Tia.
You know exactly what that is.
For clarification, I'm with someone and their ex tries to come back in their life.
Yeah,
You're
slide back in.
You're confusing. Yeah, she
Yeah.
It's no. It's whoever you're with,
Oh.
their
Like an
ex.
ex that you
Yes.
had.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
That's something for him to deal with. That's not a problem for me to deal with. That's him. So what you allow, how far you allow that to go is up to him. If he allows it to go too far, then that's a deal breaker.
Mhm.
But if he cuts it short and is like, I'm in a relationship,
Right.
watch for this. Then
How you
We're
feel
good.
about it?
I agree with what you're saying, so I just feel like that's not my take. That's something you have to handle. Like, she shouldn't have to be able to even address me or address our relationship.
I mean, I would agree with Tia as well. Like, the person needs to draw the boundaries. Like,
Mhm.
hey, like, I'm in a relationship right now. Like, draw, like, set boundaries. Like, I'm in a relationship right now. Like, I don't want to be, like, I don't want to be in a friendship or nothing like that. Like, red X. Like,
boundaries.
just straight boundaries, you know?
Yeah. What about y'all boys?
So I plan on inviting my ex to my wedding
Solid work.
just to
Dirty work.
just to see the vibes, just to see the atmosphere of what love could look like.
What the heck?
No, that is so
Why
inappropriate.
inviting?
How's that?
Because why do you think of your ex when you're, like, when
Why
you're
is it-
married?
yeah, why is
like,
that-
Because that's what could have been.
Matter of fact, hey, what?
I'm just hypothetically speaking.
Oh,
Oh, you didn't say hypothetically.
She's not gonna be about her my 150.
But why do you think that's appropriate?
to invite them?
Yes.
I would invite the whole world.
Not be okay
You know,
with that.
like the table's gonna be prepared in front of my enemies.
you know
Come
one
on,
thing.
man.
You know one thing. You know one thing.
Come on, man. My enemy's gonna see it.
You
They
know one
got
thing
it.
about this guy?
If you feel like you are comfortable expressing feelings, emotions, time with someone that you already had relationship with, that's not a
I
wrong.
was gonna ask, based on the question you asked.
Why you come to answer
first.
This guy's become the
Oh,
host.
nigga turns it off.
Bro, this is not our podcast.
Patient. You patient? So,
Okay, let him take.
Let me cook.
Alright.
Alright, so, ladies, right? Now, ex, I understand, moved on. Give me scenarios where you allow him to come back. Okay, maybe he wasn't in a perfect place in his life. He's there now, or maybe you fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you did something that was like, you feel it? You know what I mean?
No, I feel like,
I like
no, because that's why I was asking the question to clarify, because I thought the question was my ex, not like his ex. Now, if my ex were to try to come back, like if I'm single, wasn't the right timing for us at the time. So it's like, okay, right now it works, so why not? Or like, he done changed, because he can't change.
Yeah.
He done changed, and it's like, okay, well, I'm willing to accept the man that you are now. But that's
You know,
it. Cheating
I
though?
heard what you're saying. It's very like, I'm not used to that answer.
Yeah.
Because the culture is about a single season. It's a bad mid-season. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not.
I don't agree because there's a lot of women that I know that do constantly talk to the person that they used to talk to. I mean,
I don't disagree. Are you really willing to wait for him to grow?
it depends.
That's hard.
Yeah, it depends.
That is hard.
That's the difference.
That's
So
extremely hard.
for
Yeah.
for context, are we referring to this as in like just them having a relationship on some cordial situation, or are we saying like they're getting back together as if like we moved on already, we were on a separate way and we're coming back together?
Yeah.
Ideally, it's not as easy as we speak because normally you create a bond with somebody.
Yeah.
Are they coming back as a partner, or are they coming back as in like they just friends? Like, oh, I know who you are. We had our time. Whatever.
If they come back as a friend, you think that's okay?
If we come back as a friend, we could be grown about it. I don't think there's necessarily. Like, it depends on how y'all fell off too.
Wait, hold on.
Wait.
No, hold on.
Go ahead.
Hold on, but why are we holding the context of the ex being an enemy in the first place.
Break up.
For that timing.
We have to understand that there's different when you're in a relationship with somebody, that comes with different boundaries. The sexual part is what makes it different than somebody just being a friend. You guys had intimacy at one point. You know what I mean? So there's gonna be memories, there's gonna be thoughts, there's gonna be, you know, as much as we would like to say we could be adults and we could be cordial with somebody that we used to be in a relationship with, I don't think that out of respect for your partner, your current partner, if you're in a relationship, like that shouldn't be a thing. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you did have a past. You had sex with this person. You were thinking of having a family with this person. So subconsciously, I just don't think, as a woman, for myself, I don't think that I would be able to put past the fact that they had something. Like,
wait, but what are you saying about that? Are you saying
I'm saying it's not appropriate for whether they're trying to be friends with your partner?
Yes.
That's not appropriate, in my opinion. It's not appropriate. I think where the difference is, are they in a relationship or are they not? If they're not in a relationship, then they have nobody to have boundaries with. They have nobody to respect. You know what I'm saying? Other than yourself and what you want. But when you have somebody else to think about, then that's where it's different. You know what I'm saying?
Would you ask for your partner to cut off their relationship before you got committed with them?
Yeah, if that's how I feel. If I'm not comfortable with it, I would ask them to, and that's up to them whether or not they want to do that. If they don't want to, then that's a deal breaker. But everybody else have different opinions, you know. It just depends on what you want and what your boundaries are.
As men, do you guys?
What is y'all?
I feel like it depends on the nature of their current relationship.
I'm asking
like, if this is someone you're hooking up with, like on and off, like of course you're not gonna be okay with like your current partner doing that. But if you haven't done anything with this person for like years, at what point are you like, all right, if they were gonna get back together, they're gonna do it? Because in my opinion, like if you're gonna cheat, like I don't need to be looking through your phone. You're gonna cheat at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna cheat at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna try to catch you or whatever, but like I don't put nothing past no. I don't put nothing past no one. You understand what I mean?
But no. I don't see. But that's you guys say that we're better at cheating, but you guys just ignore the signs. The same reason why you guys are saying, "Oh, I'm okay." But listen. But yeah, because you guys ignore the signs. The same way that you're like, "Oh, I'm okay with her going on dates with her ex or whatever because they're cool, they're cordial." I put my
gay best friend.
Right. I put my trust in my girl because I trust our relationship.
Them niggas don't be gay for real.
Or they're bisexual. They might like men, but they might also like women. But y'all just ignore the signs. They show you. They do it right in your face.
You know
actually.
I agree.
What's your take, Snoop?
I said everything I was thinking, bro. My answer would be, I'm just piggyback on one of them. I don't know who said it, but one of you guys said it. You just need to have that trust and that bond to give them the opportunity to just make that decision. And that's how I'm thinking about it.
I honestly agree with you.
Yeah.
You need to trust that person enough, I feel like just like as Michael said, like if that person was gonna cheat on you, they're gonna cheat on you regardless.
Because you could be worried about an ex-boyfriend, but like, how about the niggas you go to work with?
Yeah, how about John?
You got more time to put in that actual work.
John from the gym.
I guess we gotta answer the question first.
So how do
y'all feel about breaks in relationships first?
It's necessary.
I think it's healthy.
It's necessary at times.
Somebody, and a lot of times it requires like an absence of that person in your life to understand how much they contributed to your life.
Like you can ask for space, like hey, I would like some space, I would like some time to myself. Like you can always do that. Why does that have to be a break?
Okay, I can be like, okay, if I'm with my boyfriend, I'm like, okay, we agreed that we're on a break, but this is what you cannot do on this break. You can take the break.
I like how you just said that though, because in my opinion, you're saying the break is conditional, but I feel like relationships in period is conditional. I feel like love in itself is conditional.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be.
It shouldn't, exactly. Like the only people that provide unconditional love is your parents.
Yeah.
Or if you're emotionally unavailable to the person, like I'm not gonna stay in a relationship and be miserable.
Right. But in regards to the whole break thing, I feel like when you're in a relationship, a committed relationship with somebody, that's kind of like you're making a contract with that person. You're creating boundaries with each other, learning how to communicate with each other, how to respect and love each other. So the fact that you guys are asking for a break means that something's going wrong, and you guys should either try to fix it then, but I feel like allowing that space between you is just going to allow space to grow apart, because in that space that you're giving each other, you're not talking it out, you're not communicating, you're not, you know what I mean, you're not figuring out what the problem is.
Exactly.
For me, I don't relationship what I'm seeing, I don't think they're not doing that process correctly, I would say.
Yeah.
Because the way it is, the way I do it, like with
What?
when I need to
Like when I get around that.
Married. By the way, you married. So
Yes.
you gonna put us on game? Let's hear about this.
So
The marriage break. That's what
yeah,
okay.
which is actually existed. Actually,
Yeah,
sometimes
separation,
you
no?
need
Yeah.
a break. I take a break from the from the kissing, the actual the day-to-day of just we go back to our friendship. That's a break where we work on our friendship, where we address things that because a lot of times everything is friendship. That's the foundation, and a lot of times every other thing can be a distraction when you forget the friendship. Where you
So next question is honest opinion about men and women equality.
I think that the focus is on equality when it should be on equity. People need to focus. It's about equity. We're not equal in any shape, way, or form. Even you and him, you guys are not equal in any way. You might be black men, but your DNA, your thought process, your personality is so different. So it's not about equality. It's about equity. How can we be on the same, like lift each other up to where we're both on the same playing field, if that makes sense. So let's use chores as an analogy. You know, you make up the bed, I'll do the dishes, you clean the bathroom. I'll make it so that you both have this weight lifted up off of you in different ways. However that looks for your relationship, then you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But it's and then in societal terms too, like how you said with emotional aspect, you know, we can do our part in order to make you guys feel more, you know, able to communicate.
Yeah,
and
open us to make a safe space.
exactly. So yeah, it's not about equality. I feel it's not.
Do you believe a man is supposed to provide and like, you know, like
Oh,
give
we're
money?
going there.
Right.
Thinks like
50-50.
that. Y'all are the only people
For
who
me,
think like that.
Literally.
Wait.
For me, I believe in a relationship, and I just said it the other day too. I feel in a relationship, you have to go in thinking, how can I serve this person? Y'all both have to have that same mindset. How can we outserve each other? So in that situation, if my man cannot provide for me all the way, then I will pick up that slack until he can. And it's a partnership. Period.
Right. Y'all
That's a
like
good
men
word.
are so focused on like numbers and how much they're supposed to make. While although I say it does matter, I will be honest and say it matters, but it matters in the term of can we survive? Like, are we able to pay bills and be okay and feel comfortable? I'm not asking you to make $1 million. I'm not asking you to make 6 figures. But if it makes sense for our area and where we live at, if that makes sense, then that's what I would expect because I would also do the same thing.
Those are the whole concept of. A lot of people say that. Oh, you know, like I don't need a man that's making whatever amount or this, that, and the third. Given the fact that I believe that we could still be happy in a small home.
But I think it's a nature aspect for men to want to provide. You guys feel because okay, for example, I was in a relationship and I was making more than him. I've been in several relationships where I've made more money than my partner, and it does take a big toll on you guys' ego, whether you say it or not. But it shows in your actions and how you treat me, and they're very no serious. You guys men get aggressive. They start feeling the type of way. You know what I'm saying? And because I'm also supposed to be the woman and do the house duties and cook, clean, and they'll do a little bit of it. But once again, it's in my nature. I'm gonna do that naturally. I'm gonna cook and I'm gonna clean naturally because it's in my nature to do so. You know, but when I'm not doing that, when I'm not that type of woman, then I'm nasty.
Rare breed.
There ain't many like that.
You are a rare breed.
Well, we're in a different world. There's a lot of people in this world, so everybody's not going to think the same, and that's okay. But I do feel like it's just nature for you guys to want to provide. And that's okay. And like living that.
The pressure of what we've been exposed to is what is pushing that whole agenda of, hey, you know what? In order for you to be the man of the house, you got to be the person that's making the bread. You got to be the bread. Ideally, you guys do a lot of the detailed work.
Right.
Make sure you keep up with the house, blah, blah, blah.
You build a house, I make it a home.
Yeah,
so you want to be acknowledged, is what you're saying.
In some way,
To be
because
acknowledged. Okay,
you as a man, in order to feel comfortable in that relationship, you gotta feel like
You want to feel
contributing in some way.
appreciated, and so do women.
Do you feel that if you make most of the money, you get to have most of the control with where the finances go?
No.
It shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be like that.
But like, what extent do you like allow them to be like 50-50?
I mean,
50-50 is just absolutely not. I mean, okay, but it's all relationships are
Are you
also
going for the house?
it's what works for you because I know people in my family that are married where, like, my uncle pays 100% of the bills. My auntie, she takes care of the house. My parents, they do it 50-50 so that they can, 2 incomes is better than 1. You know what I mean? So it just depends on what works for you and your family and what you value and what you want in life. What works for you might not work for you, and what works for me might work for you. Know what I mean?
I was gonna piggyback on what you said. Like when it comes to a relationship, like you have to pick up where your partner slacks. Like if he's good at this, like I'm gonna be I'm gonna support him where he's bad at. Like just balance each other. I just how she was saying like equity.
Everybody is looking towards everybody else
Yeah, exactly.
for what they
That's
want
what
in
social
life
media
instead of looking within, like, okay, what's working for me? What do
Yeah.
I like? What's gonna make me happy? Rather than looking at everybody else and, oh, she just got that new car, like that is so nice, that makes her happy, that might make me happy.
I don't know if
And
you
that
see
that's not how
that
it works.
people would literally abandon their own idea
Yes.
because they see
I
that
don't-
somebody else is doing
I don't
it.
think that's quite wrong. I don't think that's quite like realistic to think like I'm not supposed to like be a little like enviable of someone else's situation. I'm not
That
gonna
is
be okay with
dangerous,
that.
bro.
So
That's
like,
dangerous. The reason why I say it's dangerous because I used to trade a lot, right? I was in a company and then I got out of the company and then the people that was in the company with me, they're making money and I was to look at them as like envious. It's like, damn. Come to find out, it was all like a show. When I really find out what that person is, that person's going through it. Got bankrupt, like,
Exactly.
and I'm like,
scamming.
dude, I'm modeling my life because I see you doing well.
You're not being grateful for your own.
Yeah, for what you have, and that's the thing. We lack gratitude. We lack intentionality and gratitude within this society. Nobody is grateful for what position that they're in and what they have. Like, things could be a lot worse. People need to learn how to wake up and just be grateful for the fact that they woke up. You know what I'm saying? For the fact that they got in that school or the fact that they got something to eat that day.
A lot of people they like to see the grass, but it's just like, pay attention to your own grass.
And it's okay to see something and then learn that, okay, I would like that would make me happy. It's okay to do that, but don't be envious of what somebody else has going on just because you don't have it. And it's funny because you might think you want it, but as soon as you get it, it's like, actually, I don't like this. You know what I'm saying? So I just think envy and jealousy is.
But I do think we all got envious traits.
I mean, it's an emotion.
It's
Everybody's gonna
definitely
feel that
a
at
human
some point.
trait.
Yeah, people have something to say too.
Let me weigh in on this real quick because I feel like it's crazy how we look at these idealistic topics in regards to like finance, relationship, quality. If you really look back at the world, this is a Western ideology. It's a Western ideology, and also it's a economic ideology. When I say that, the rich is not talking about that. The rich is not talking about 50-50. They not worried about the latest things. It's that the people that talk about that really, they're not happy with themselves. So then they tie it to the relationship. And then hold on, wait. And then when it comes to the culture outlook, when I say Western, the Western, they don't look at it as a gender role or you gotta do this, you gotta do that. It's whatever it needs to take for the relationship. If we think about in India, the men is doing everything and they got 3 or 4 wives.
But they beat them though.
They do, but I'm saying like, but that's what I'm saying is the culture that they live in. That's okay.
But the wives are miserable. They're like,
I understand. I'm not diminishing the feeling. I'm just saying with culture, it ties into
so
why.
you're just saying that like in America we get the privilege of like.
No. I'm saying that's what we look at. We look at 50-50 as a culture. That's what we look at.
Because we have the privilege to do so.
No, it's not about a privilege. It's that's what we desire.
But like, what you think that India don't want that, and like they just don't have the privilege to do so?
The culture says it, not the female, not the individuality.
Yeah, no,
I'm saying
I used
culture.
to have a roommate, and she's Indian, and her parents were in a forced relationship, and like her dad.
No, like, I get that.
Yeah, but the mom lives in America, and she will not divorce her husband because she believes that she cannot divorce him. It's a mentality.
Yeah, it's
some people they
if
know
you're
better,
taught-
but they won't do
Yes.
better. They see better, but they don't believe that they're better. They believe whatever they're in is what they're supposed to be in.
So what I say to end this in regards to my viewpoints, I really honestly feel like people that lack understanding as far as who they are as a person and their relationship, they get lost in that desire and they never achieve it because they're chasing it. And if you're always chasing something, you're never gonna truly get what you desire. because it's always gonna be another thing. So for example, if you do get the person that does everything, you lose so much. Like, I'm not saying everyone that is getting treated how they want to be treated as far as, okay, I'm the guy, I'm the breadwinner, I get to do all this for the family. You just gotta be the housewife, right? There's something that she loses out of that. It's a give and take. So you gotta understand there's a price to everything. Even if you decide to be the person like, yeah, let's do 50-50. All right, there's gonna be a give and take. So I don't think it's something that us as a human should tie our whole mindset on. It should just be the overall relationship.
You'll
What's the
never be
end
happy.
goal?
You'll never have gratitude.
Yeah.
You can't be happy if you can't see what you got now and be grateful for it. Did you have?
It's always gonna be a ladder.
That's
So
good.
you're gonna keep pushing yourself. You think, there's a lot of people that win the lottery and they thought like life was about money and they lose their mind or they go broke or things happen. It's like, yo, now there's not a chase and enjoy the process as well. If it's I'm saying
Enjoy the process. You
Yeah.
have to express gratitude at every step of life. Even when life is super hard, that's the main point where you have to say, I am grateful for even going on this journey because it's gonna take me to where I need to be. Yeah. You know?
So I'm gonna ask the guys first. So what is your honest opinion about your significant other going on a girls trip?
I was gonna show
If you have bad intentions, then if you have bad intentions, then let her stay home.
I don't mind.
Honest opinion about letting your significant other go on a trip.
But no, like, what was the follow-up question?
What if they have one bad friend in the group?
I
You
think
still trust it.
I think right now I'm at a level where it's like I trust my girl too.
No. Wait.
That's it.
Birds of a feather flock together.
Facts.
To a certain point.
Facts.
I think
I said that because it's always that
You said one
bad
person.
friend.
There's always gonna be
There's always
the
that one
group
bad friend in the group hyping you up.
The friend group gotta be balanced. We all know there's gonna be a
Facts.
toxic one. There's gonna be a super spiritual one. Like I think it's just like you have to, cause I want to take trips. So it's like, bro, like that's why am I?
So you
telling
say
you-
no because you want to go on your trip.
No, it's just like, bro, we human beings at the same time. Listen, like we don't. I love you, but that's about it. Like we individuals. We're not the same. And I wouldn't want you to be stuck in the house, take care of my child, and you're not having fun. You're not experiencing the world. Now, of course, I want to take trips with you, but I think that we have to have a separate life together. I preach that. Like I feel like we're two different individuals. There's no way, because like with my wife, she hates everything I do. I hate everything she do. But there's some things we like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just like, yeah, I'm gonna do me, you do you.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we gotta come together. It's balanced, bro. Everything's balanced.
You said they ain't got nothing in common.
Well, I feel like the trust can only go to your significant other. I feel like that's the extension of who you are. So if your significant other has that one bad friend, you trust your significant other to be in that mindset like, hey, there's certain boundaries I can't cross, X, Y, and Z. So like I don't go in it thinking like, oh, that bad friend is gonna corrupt the whole trip and mess them up.
It can.
Because it can, but I have trust in my wife or my girlfriend to follow through on our boundaries that we set. Because that goes to the point of like, okay, you going to the grocery store.
Right.
I gotta give you instructions. No, like we all adults here. I understand like you got that bad friend. You're conscious of it too. So like you may not do certain things that they do. Like how it look like I'm supervising an adult.
Exactly.
That's not fun.
Nah. That's what I was.
Would y'all indulge in, like, let's say you got one bad friend, you know what I'm saying? Would y'all indulge in things that, like, say they want to go to a male strip, like, they want to go to a male strip?
So there's still boundaries. So like for example, I just went to Texas with my sister, right? It was me and my sister, and we were going out to clubs. I was hanging around, some people that she was cool with, and it was predominantly men, right? But I'm still gonna respect my relationship, and I'm gonna keep it cool. I'm gonna keep it cordial. And if she want me to, alley-oop and pass it on to some guys or like throw her in, like I'm gonna do that. But at the end of the day, when they're approaching me, I have a man. When they're asking for my number, I have a man. You know what I'm saying? And actually, like, most men do just respect that now. Like, I don't have any problems. They just like, okay. I think that my man would do the same thing. I don't really care. And if they don't, what was done in the dark will come to the light eventually. So,
How you feel about boys trip though?
and like you said, that's
No, hold
fine.
on.
Individuality.
Oh yeah.
How y'all feel about it?
Well, I want
If your girl goes on a
I want to say the same things you're saying. Free will. Understanding like the whole dating process is so overlooked. People don't give the importance that is required when you know, like, dating is really you're vetting that person to be your partner for life. Therefore, like, if there's certain character traits that you do not appreciate that person is displaying, therefore, you know, if you can't fix it and y'all can't work on it, you know it's something that you don't need to be, somebody that you don't need to be dealing with in the first place. So if I say we get to the marriage point and I feel uncomfortable with the idea that you're going out of town with your girls, or even if I say, if you associate yourself with the wrong crowd, that's your business, but ideally, I should have been strong enough to understand, okay, this is something I'm willing to accept, and whatever decision you make from this point on, I'm just hoping that you respect me enough to not do some stupid shit.
Look, for me, honestly, if we get to that point where, you know, let's say we were married or whatever, engaged, dating, out of respect, you know, for the relationship, I think my partner should be able to go out and enjoy themselves without doing anything extra, honestly. You know, yeah, like, and I think for me, that's the level of respect that should go both ways, and it's like a maturity thing, honestly. So, you have respect for your partner, then me, I don't like to doubt things. I don't like to put like a idea in the back of my head that, hey, this may happen. I will always give you that like benefit of the doubt. Like, hey, I know you well enough to go out, have fun, and you do what you do. So for me, the answer, yes. Go enjoy yourself, have fun with your friends. Hey, I'll be here when at the crib, my love. You know what I'm saying? Hey, there you go. We good.
Yeah, like go on the trip. I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
But like in connection with one bad friend, if you know she got like one friend and she's about that life, like she knows she's about to go fuck up down there, right? Like, are you gonna be? I know we don't want to like have doubt in our minds, but are you gonna be a little bit like more at attention to see if like something's wrong? Like, if you call that person, they're not answering, I'm gonna be like, huh? And I know how you are when you get
I know, but
like,
you know what? Okay, but at the same
no.
time, I will say that, and the same thing goes for guys, every trip has a certain intention, if that makes sense. So you might go on a trip just to relax, vacay. You might go on another trip to go shopping, like we finna go out, we're gonna do activities, you know what I'm saying? Some girls, they go out for the clubbing and the scene, and they wanna get some.
Okay,
that
it
night, you know what I'm
depends on
saying?
where we're going.
So, no, the location doesn't matter. There's other people.
So if your man
anywhere.
say I'm going to Punta Cana, you good with it?
Like I said, it depends on the intention of the vacation. It depends on the intention. So you know what I mean. But at the same time, there should your partner shouldn't be surrounded with individuals that have different intentions.
So it don't matter about the destination.
See,
Okay.
wait, look,
That's
the
good.
fact that, well, I'm speaking for me or as men too. The fact that we are aware that you have that friend that is bad, that's toxic, that's for the streets, you know what I'm saying, all that. That should give you more like as the woman to like, okay, not engage in any of that extra stuff because you know what you have at home. And I believe sometimes going on a girls trip helps the relationship to show you what you have at home. Like, yo, I got a good man. Like, I'm good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it helps you miss him. Like,
It does.
I think it boosts up the relationship and the vibe.
It's funny
like,
'cause
the connection becomes stronger because now you see other things. You see what you're not trying to do. You're like, yeah, I go back home. You know what I'm saying? And get my peace and get my vibe, my children, my family, whatever I got going on. So I think, to me, girls trip are necessary, like you said, but with the intent, of course, but give or take, it's necessary, bro. Go for it. Go enjoy it. Come back to the crib.
But like he was saying earlier, like you have to have individuality within a relationship. At the end of the day, you are still your own person.
Yep.
So yeah, that's okay.
How y'all feel about it if y'all man goes on a trip?
It's cool.
Boys trip.
Honestly, like go, like as long as you communicate with me, like that's just go.
Yeah.
I feel like y'all
You
cap.
accept
No,
unnoticed
I
trips?
accept
Unnoticed trips?
I know this.
Hey,
What do you mean unnoticed?
Like,
he ain't tell you.
Nah, that's
That's
That's different.
Man, don't do that. Don't be like Jacob, bro. Don't be
I was about to say.
Don't be
I think where
extremist.
my problem lies, and this is me personally, is just the fact that like I am like a clean individual, so like I might just miss them really badly. So you know I might be like,
Yeah.
I do.
No,
I do
literally,
this,
no,
But it's not
literally.
like I'm worried about where you doing, where you going, where you at. Like you know what I'm saying? It's not a jealousy.
I feel
thing.
that.
Like,
Like
I
I
go
really
have
be
fun.
missing. I really be missing the fuck out of you. Like what you doing? Like oh my god. Like but I cheated today. Like,
I mean, y'all say it. We're more emotional than men, so
We
you're
are,
not saying that
exactly.
we are gonna miss you.
Yeah.
But like, yes, go have fun.
What about you, Evie?
She said, stay home.
Great.
No.
Staying home. No?
I don't care. I feel like if you do get to the point where you're not questioning your girl, but you feel like, okay, can I trust her? I feel like then are you dating somebody that you really don't trust? Yeah, like do you have the same values? Because I feel like you have the same values as well. You wouldn't have to worry about if they're going on their girls trip or the men's trip or whatever. So I feel like as long as I know who you, and it's like, do you really know your person for real? Like I know, like I can literally face my back. And I know exactly what you would do in that situation. If I can't 100% say that, then we either didn't have that talk yet, or just like that trust is just not there. But yeah, he can go do what you want for 5 days. Go ahead. If you want to text me, babe, okay, great. But I'm not gonna be like I miss you. No, because like, bro, because when I go on my girl's trip, I don't hear nothing.
I be looking at my mom and like,
I don't want to hear like, where were you?
Yeah, no, I do want to talk about that. So, what was the question?
Like, do you feel comfortable
what
with your partner to not allow them to do something
Why can't we go to the
on
trip?
that set girls trip or guys trip?
I don't want you to see another girl's cooter.
It ain't your business what we doing in a
No,
bachelor
that's what I
party.
meant. Like,
Go ahead, ask the question.
okay, guys, what's your opinion on strip clubs when you're in a relationship and your partner? Like, how do you feel about people going to strip clubs while you're?
I ain't never been to.
Hold on. Like for her to go with me, or I go with myself.
Let's say on bachelor party or on bachelorette party, you're going to the strip club.
Oh, and then that
You okay with your
Why would
case.
she be going to the strip club? I could do
Thank you.
all day
Let's get
doing.
married.
I ain't watch P-Valley in that show. Take it.
Yeah, that's
So,
a good
for me personally, I don't really care for strip clubs like that. But I mean, if I am married and she wants to go, that would be kind of funny.
Relationship.
Very transparent with my girl, bro.
You went to Vegas.
Amen.
Transparency is key.
Of course.
Key.
You went to Vegas.
I went to Vegas. I went to a strip club. Got a dance. I told her.
Type shit. I don't know.
So again,
I like that.
it's a level of. That's why I always tell dudes: if you cheat, tell her, bro. Please.
Wow.
I'm telling you.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, listen, I preach transparency because, bro, I'm telling you, when I went, she was like, okay, did you know, like, how was it? You know what I'm saying? And she wants to go together. So it's like, it's not, I think it's a way of transparency, but I feel like if you're moving weird, like if you're not telling her where you at for real, that first time that you lied to her, I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah,
Like, it's
I can actually second that. Honesty is what it is, even if it's something bad.
Yes.
Because then, like, we know, like, we can trust you, good or bad. Like, we can trust you to tell us, like, okay, babe, I cheated. Okay. It's a and then we'll respect you more.
Me personally, I'm a one and done. If I find out you cheated, like that's
So you
those are two terrible life decisions. Because number one, you already cheated. You stepped out and you disrespected your relationship. It doesn't matter. You stepped out, you crossed the boundary, and you disrespect your relationship. And then on top of that, you're not even going to allow her to make her own conscious decision of whether or not she wants to forgive you and stay, or forgive you and leave.
You guys don't think that like it's gonna come to light one day? Like for me,
what's done in the dark will come to light.
For me, that's what scares me because it's like if I did that, she don't know. I have to sleep beside her knowing that I did
and
that.
imagine the way the
But it's gonna take a toll, bro.
You gonna have to cheat,
right? Let's just say you cheated today, right? And I feel like it's gonna hurt way more if you cheated today and you told me like 2 weeks, 3 months from now. It's gonna hurt a lot more, and I'm not gonna respect you. Because at the end of the day, you let me stay next to you. We did this and that, knowing you cheated.
So,
Like I would feel stupid. Like, what are you doing? Like,
can I ask a question? Hey,
the reason why I would never take somebody back that cheated on me is, once again, you disrespected me, you stepped out on our relationship, you crossed the boundary. As soon as you cheated, that's when you disrespected me, and I will not allow you to sit there and disrespect me in any terms. If I allow you to disrespect me, I do not respect myself. And then once you feel me,
no, you're showing me you have no self.
So do you guys?
What's your fucking self-control?
That's a turn off for women.
So based on the next question, so do you guys not cool with open breaks? Not cool with open breaks.
No,
That's not cool with open
How about
breaks.
swinging?
All right.
So hold up. So the next question is honest opinion about a man having multiple wives or polygamy.
No.
No.
Polygamy is beautiful, just not for me, because I think my wife is myself. Because
That's what y'all done said that
That's
too.
the beautiful part.
I'm like,
No.
one girl's already a headache enough. Imagine.
But how about they're not?
Hey, listen,
Bro,
if it's like that over there, it might be honest.
Yeah, it's all a personal preference thing. I personally don't like it just because I don't like sharing, number one. Number two, it gets very dangerous. That's a lot of, we already got two people that's trying to create boundaries. Imagine adding another person trying to create boundaries. And what if their boundaries change or your boundaries change? You know what I'm saying? We're always changing, so that's a lot of changes within a relationship. And then what if somebody steps out and now you got her bringing in her other problems from outside or his? Or what if they're stepping out? And I mean, two people can do this too, but it's just a lot of different fluids. A lot of different fluids exchanging, like STIs, STDs, you know, at the end of the day.
Anyways, well, all right, guys, that was it for today.
Shifted view.
Thank you.
for coming.
Thank you for coming, guys. That was many different views, many different perspectives. So here you are, shifted views. I'll see you on the next video, and stay tuned.